Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily English with Buddy. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Mac. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today, we're talking about something that's everywhere in our lives, artificial intelligence, or as most people call it, AI. Now, don't worry if that sounds complicated.
Right.
We're going to talk about it in very simple ways, using examples from everyday life that everyone can understand.
Exactly. When people hear AI, they might think of robots from movies, but actually, AI is already helping us every single day. Carrie, do you want to tell our listeners what AI really means?
Sure. AI stands for artificial intelligence. The word artificial means made by people, not natural. And intelligence means being smart or able to think and learn.
Mm-hmm.
So AI is like computer programs that can think and learn just like humans do, but much faster.
That's a great explanation. And you know what? I bet everyone listening to us right now has used AI today, maybe without even knowing it. Let's start with something everyone has, smartphones.
Oh, absolutely. When you ask Siri or Google Assistant a question, that's AI. When your phone helps you take better photos by making them brighter or clearer automatically.
Right, that's AI too.
Even when your phone suggests what you might want to type next. When you start typing and it shows you word suggestions, that's AI learning from how you usually write.
Ah, that's such a good example. I use that all the time. It's really helpful, especially when I'm typing quickly. And speaking of typing, what about when we're using social media? There's so much AI there, too.
Yes, social media is full of AI. When you open Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, AI decides what posts to show you first. It looks at what you liked before, what you shared, what you commented on.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And then it tries to show you things it thinks you'll enjoy. That's why two people might see completely different posts when they open the same app.
That's fascinating when you think about it. The computer is learning about what each person likes. But you know what I find really impressive? How AI helps us when we're shopping online.
Oh, yes. When you go to Amazon or any online store and it says, people who bought this also bought, or you might also like, that's AI working behind the scenes.
Right. It's looking at millions of other customers and finding patterns. Like if many people who buy books about cooking also buy kitchen tools, it will suggest kitchen tools to you when you buy a cookbook.
Exactly, and it's actually quite helpful. I've discovered some really good products that way. But AI in shopping goes even further than that. What about when you're trying to find something specific?
Oh, you mean like search? When you type red shoes for running and it understands exactly what you're looking for?
Yes, or even when you can take a photo of something you like and the shopping app finds similar items for you. That's AI understanding images, which is really amazing technology.
Wow, that is cool. Now let's talk about something that might be closer to home for some of our listeners, AI at work. This is changing so many jobs, but not always in scary ways like people think.
That's such an important point, Mac. A lot of people worry that AI will take away jobs, but often it just makes jobs easier or more interesting. Can you give some examples?
Sure. For example, doctors now use AI to help them look at X-rays and medical scans. The AI can spot things very quickly, but the doctor still makes the final decision about treatment.
Right, so it's helping, not replacing.
Exactly. Or think about writers and students. AI can help them check their grammar, suggest better words, or even help them brainstorm ideas. But the human still does the creative thinking and makes the important choices.
That's really reassuring to hear. And speaking of writing,
Translation is another area where AI is making a huge difference. For our listeners who are learning English, this is probably very relevant.
Oh, absolutely. Google Translate and similar apps have gotten so much better thanks to AI. They're not perfect yet, but they can help you understand the basic meaning of text in dozens of languages.
And some of these apps can even translate speech in real time. Imagine traveling to a country where you don't speak the language and being able to have a conversation through your phone.
That's incredible technology. It's like having a personal translator in your pocket. But you know what else I think is interesting? AI is helping us save time in so many small ways throughout the day.
Oh, like what? Give me some examples.
Well, when you use GPS navigation in your car or on your phone, AI looks at traffic patterns in real time and finds the fastest route for you. It's constantly learning about which roads are busy and which are clear.
Right. And it can even change your route while you're driving if it finds a faster way.
Exactly. Or when you're trying to find a good restaurant, AI looks at thousands of reviews and ratings to suggest places you might enjoy based on your preferences and location.
That's so convenient. And what about entertainment? Music and video streaming services use AI too, don't they?
Oh, yes. Spotify, Apple Music, Netflix, YouTube, they all use AI to recommend new songs, movies, and videos. They look at what you've watched or listened to before and suggest similar content.
That's how I discover new music.
Me too. Sometimes it suggests songs I never would have found on my own, but they end up becoming my favorites. It's like having a friend who knows your taste in music really well.
That's a great way to put it. Now, let's talk about something that might seem a bit more serious, AI and safety, because AI is also helping protect us in ways we might not notice.
That's a really good point. Banks use AI to detect fraud, which means they can spot unusual activity on your credit card much faster than before.
Right, so if someone tries to use your card in a different country or buy something very expensive that's not like your normal purchases.
The AI notices right away and might block the transaction or send you a message to check if it was really you making the purchase.
Exactly. And email services use AI to filter out spam and dangerous emails so you don't have to deal with them. The word spam means unwanted emails, by the way.
Good explanation. And even in our homes, AI is becoming more common. Smart thermostats learn your schedule and adjust the temperature automatically to save energy.
Oh, and smart speakers like Amazon Echo or Google Home. You can ask them to play music, set timers, answer questions, or even control other devices in your house.
Right. It's like having a helpful assistant that never gets tired. But you know, Carrie, one thing I want to mention is that while all this AI technology is amazing, it's also important to understand it and use it wisely.
That's such an important point. What do you mean by using it wisely?
Well, for example, it's good to remember that AI recommendations are based on your past behavior. So if you only read news from one point of view, AI might only show you more of the same type of news.
Ah, I see. So sometimes it's good to actively look for different perspectives, not just rely on what AI suggests.
Exactly. And with language translation, it's helpful but not perfect. It's still important to learn languages properly if you want to have deep, meaningful conversations with people.
That's so true. AI can help you understand basic meaning, but it might miss cultural context or emotional nuances. That's why shows like ours are still important for English learners.
Absolutely. Human connection and learning from real conversations is still so valuable. But I do think AI can be a great learning tool when used alongside traditional methods.
Definitely. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about what might be coming next. What do you think the future holds for AI in our daily lives?
Well, I think we'll see AI becoming even more helpful in healthcare. Maybe AI will help doctors catch diseases earlier or help develop new medicines faster.
That sounds really promising. And I think AI will get better at understanding natural human conversation, so talking to AI assistants will feel more like talking to a friend.
And education, AI tutors that can adapt to each student's learning style and pace. Imagine having a personal teacher available 24 hours a day.
Wow, that would be amazing for language learners especially. But you know what? Even with all these exciting possibilities, I think the most important thing is that AI should always help humans, not replace the things that make us human.
I couldn't agree more. Things like creativity, empathy, and genuine human connection, these are still uniquely human qualities that AI cannot replace.
Exactly. So let's embrace AI as a helpful tool. But also remember to stay curious, keep learning, and maintain those human connections that make life meaningful.
That's beautiful, Carrie. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today, from smartphones to smart homes, from shopping to safety. AI is really everywhere in our daily lives.
And the most important thing for our listeners to remember is that you don't need to be scared of AI. It's just a tool, like any other technology, designed to make our lives easier and more convenient.
Right. Stay curious, ask questions, and enjoy discovering new ways that technology can help you in your daily life and English learning journey.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Daily English with Buddy. This has been such a fun conversation about AI and daily life. We hope you learned something new and useful.
Keep practicing your English, keep asking questions about the world around you, and we'll see you in our next episode. Take care, everyone.
Bye for now. You know, Mac, before we finish, I think we should talk more about some other areas where AI is making a big difference. Our listeners might be surprised to learn about AI in transportation, beyond just GPS navigation.
Oh, absolutely. Transportation is actually one of the most exciting areas for AI development. We have self-driving cars that are already being tested on roads in some places. Companies like Tesla, Google, and Uber are working hard on this technology.
That's fascinating. And it's not just cars, right? I've heard that AI is being used in airplanes to help pilots, and even in shipping to optimize routes for cargo ships across the ocean.
Exactly. Airlines use AI to predict weather patterns, optimize fuel consumption, and even determine the best flight paths to avoid turbulence. And in cities, AI helps manage traffic lights to reduce traffic jams and pollution.
That's incredible. AI managing entire city traffic systems? Now, since many of our listeners are students or people learning English, let's talk more about AI in education. We mentioned it briefly, but there's so much more to explore here.
Oh, yes. Educational apps like Duolingo use AI to personalize lessons for each student. The app tracks what you're good at and what you struggle with, then adjusts the difficulty and focus of future lessons accordingly.
That's so helpful for language learning. And there are AI writing assistants like Grammarly that help students improve their writing by checking grammar, suggesting better vocabulary, and even helping with the tone of their essays.
And in schools, some teachers are using AI to grade tests and assignments more quickly, which gives them more time to focus on actually teaching and helping students. AI can spot patterns in student answers and provide detailed feedback.
You know what else is really interesting? AI in gaming and sports. When you play video games, AI controls all the non-player characters, the NPCs. It makes them behave realistically and adapt to your playing style.
Right. And in professional sports, AI helps coaches analyze player performance, predict injuries, and develop better training programs. In soccer, for example, AI can track every player's movement and suggest tactical improvements.
That's amazing! And AI is also making sports more accessible for fans. Some apps can describe what's happening in a game for people who are visually impaired, which brings me to a really important topic: how AI helps people with disabilities.
This is such an important area, Carrie. AI-powered voice assistants help people who have difficulty using their hands to control their computers and phones, and there are apps that can describe images aloud for people who can't see them.
And for people who are deaf or hard of hearing, AI can provide real-time captions for videos and conversations. Some newer phones can even translate sign language into text or speech in real time.
That's incredible technology. You know, Carrie, I think it's important to address some common misconceptions people have about AI. Many people think AI is like the robots in science fiction movies, but the reality is quite different.
Exactly. One big misconception is that AI is conscious or self-aware like humans, but current AI is more like very sophisticated pattern recognition. It can process information and make predictions, but it doesn't actually think or have feelings the way humans do.
Right. Another misconception is that AI will immediately take over all jobs, but as we've discussed, most AI applications are designed to assist humans, not replace them entirely. It's more about making our work more efficient and accurate.
That's so important for people to understand. Now, for our listeners who are curious about learning more about AI, what would you recommend? How can someone start understanding this technology better?
Great question. I'd recommend starting with free online courses. Websites like Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy offer beginner-friendly courses about AI and machine learning. You don't need to be a computer programmer to understand the basic concepts.
And YouTube has many excellent channels that explain AI concepts in simple terms. Channels like 3 Blue, 1 Brown and 2-Minute Papers make complex topics very accessible. Even just watching documentaries about AI can help you understand its impact on society.
Also, try experimenting with AI tools yourself. Use ChatGPT or similar AI chatbots to ask questions and see how they work. Play with AI art generators like DALL-E or Midjourney. Hands-on experience really helps you understand what AI can and cannot do.
Those are excellent suggestions. Now, let's dive deeper into what the future might hold. Earlier, we talked about some possibilities, but I think there are even more exciting developments coming. What about AI in climate change and environmental protection?
Oh, that's a fantastic point. AI is already helping scientists track deforestation using satellite images, predict weather patterns more accurately for renewable energy planning, and optimize energy usage in buildings to reduce waste. The environmental applications are really promising.
And AI could help develop new materials and chemicals that are more environmentally friendly. It can analyze millions of potential combinations much faster than human researchers could. This could lead to better solar panels, more efficient batteries, and cleaner manufacturing processes.
And let's not forget about agriculture. AI-powered drones can monitor crop health, detect diseases early, and optimize watering and fertilizing schedules. This could help farmers grow more food with fewer resources, which is crucial as the world's population continues to grow.
That's so important for global food security. AI is also being used to reduce food waste by better predicting demand in supermarkets and restaurants, and by helping consumers track freshness of food at home through smart packaging and apps.
Now, Carrie, I think our listeners might be wondering, this all sounds amazing, but how can I personally benefit from AI in my daily life right now? What practical tips would you give them?
Great question. First, if you're learning English, use AI language tools like Grammarly or language exchange apps that use AI to match you with conversation partners. Second, explore AI photo editing apps to make your social media photos look professional without expensive software.
And use AI assistants for productivity. You can ask them to help plan your schedule, create shopping lists, or even help you brainstorm ideas for work or school projects. Many people don't realize how much time these tools can save in everyday tasks.
Absolutely. And remember that AI is a tool. It's only as good as the data it learns from and the way we use it. Always verify important information that AI gives you, especially for medical, financial, or legal questions. Think of AI as a helpful assistant, not an infallible expert.
You know, Carrie, one thing that really excites me about the future of AI is how it might help bring communities together. AI translation could help people from different cultures communicate more easily, and AI could help us solve complex global problems that require international cooperation.
That's such a beautiful perspective. AI could help democratize education and information access. Imagine students in remote areas having access to the same quality of AI-powered tutoring as students in major cities, or researchers worldwide collaborating on important discoveries through AI-assisted research.
That's an inspiring vision of the future. And you know what I think is really important for our listeners to remember? AI technology is evolving so quickly that the specific tools and applications we've talked about today might be completely different by next year. The key is to stay adaptable and keep learning.
Absolutely. And I'd encourage everyone listening to join conversations about AI, whether that's with friends, family, or in online communities. The more we all understand this technology together, the better we can shape how it develops and ensure it benefits everyone fairly.
That's such great advice. And for those who might feel overwhelmed by all this technology, remember that you don't need to understand everything at once. Start with one or two AI tools that could help you in your daily life, get comfortable with those, and then gradually explore more as your confidence grows.
And don't forget that behind every AI system, there are human programmers, designers, and researchers working to make these tools helpful and safe. AI isn't something that exists independently. It's a human creation designed to serve human needs. The more people understand this, the less scary it becomes.
Exactly. And I want to give special encouragement to our listeners who are learning English. AI can be an incredibly powerful ally in your language learning journey. But remember, technology should supplement, not replace practice with real people and real conversations, like the one we're having right now.
That's so true. Use AI to practice pronunciation, check your grammar, or find new vocabulary. But also seek out conversations with native speakers, join language exchange programs, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The combination of AI assistance and human interaction is the most powerful approach to learning.
Before we close today's episode, I want to thank all our listeners for taking this journey with us through the world of AI. We've covered so much ground, from the AI that's already in our phones and homes to the exciting possibilities for the future. But most importantly, we've learned that AI is not something to fear, but something to understand and use thoughtfully.
What I find most exciting about our conversation today is how we've shown that AI isn't some distant future technology. It's here now, helping us in small and big ways every single day. From the moment we wake up and check our phones to the recommendations that help us discover new music or find our way home, AI is quietly making our lives better.
And that's exactly the message we want to leave you with today. AI is not magic. It's a wonderful, practical technology that's already improving millions of lives every day. Thank you for spending time with us on Daily English with Buddy. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, And remember that the future of AI is bright when we all participate in shaping it together. Goodbye.